under my skin.
This skin model shows three different types of skin. Here we have thick skin, which is found on the palms of our hands and the soles of our feet. This section is illustrating skin from the axial or pubic region, and we can tell that by this large sweat gland here called an apocrine sweat gland. And this section here is just regular skin, or you might want to say it's the scalp with all the hairs. Skin is divided into two distinct layers. The most superficial layer is the epidermis, and the deep layer is the dermis. The dermis is divided into two regions. We have the papillary layer, and papillary means nipple, and we can see the nipples here. And then deep to the papillary layer, we have the reticular layer, which is mainly made up of dense irregular connective tissue. Below the dermis, we have the hypodermis, which is not considered part of the skin, but is composed of adipose and areolar tissue. So now, let's take a closer look at the epidermis. The bottom layer of the epidermis is called the stratum basalum, and this is where the cells are most mitotic and are actively dividing. As the cells divide, they move up through the different layers. So above the stratum basalum is the stratum spinosum. Then above that is the stratum granulosum. Then in thick skin, we have another layer called the stratum lucidum, and you can see that this is not found in normal skin. The most superficial layer is the stratum corneum, and in thick skin it consists of 25 to 30 layers of keratinized stratified squamous. If you look at this under the microscope, you will see that there are no nuclei at the surface. These sweat glands are Murocrine sweat glands, and they are found throughout the body. It is only in the pubic and the axillary region that we have these apocrine sweat glands, and they are much larger and they have a larger duct which typically enters into the hair follicle. We have the hair follicle, and within it, the part of the hair that is below the surface of the skin is called the root, and the hair that is a part of the hair that is above the skin is called the shaft. Surrounding each hair follicle, we have a sebaceous gland, which is an oil gland that empties into the follicle. And then we also have a muscle here called the erector pili muscle, which is able to move the hair. We have several different receptors. There are free nerve endings, which are responsible for pain and temperature. And in hairless skin, such as the palm of our hands, the sole of our feet, and our lips, we have these receptors, which are called Meissner's corpuscles, which are responsible for fine touch. Deep within the skin, we have these receptors, which are called Pacinian or laminated receptors, and they are responsible for deep pressure. And then also surrounding each hair follicle, we have a root plexus, and this detects movements in the hair. So this model is very similar to the last one. It's showing the three sections. Here we can see we have the thick skin, and we can see the stratum lucidum that is only present in thick skin. This section shows the axilla or the pubic region because of the apocrine gland here, and we can see that the duct empties into the hair follicle on this model. And this here is the scalp, or just regular skin, where we have the hair follicle. we can see that we have the erector pili muscle here. We have the sebaceous gland emptying into the hair follicle. As far as receptors go, we can see that we have the Meissner's corpuscles in the dermal papilla of the hairless skin. We have the Precinian corpuscles in the hypodermis. We can see the two distinct layers, that we have the epidermis, and below that we have the dermis. The dermis is divided into the papillary layer and the reticular layer, and then deep to that we have the hypodermis.
Yes, I've got you under my skin.